So how long have you been a business owner for?
I opened Freestone in 2011, at the end of 2011.
And how has the virus affected your business and your employees?
As we're a climbing gym, so we're completely shut down via the governor's stay-at-home order. So all the employees have just been laid off or furloughed, really. They're collecting unemployment, and then Freestone's covering unemployment covers about half of normal wages is kind of the general idea. And then Freestone's covering the other half. So we're trying to make the employees whole during this time, um, but we're not making any money. We put all the memberships on freeze, and there's a few members have been really generous. And they're like, if you're going to keep paying your employees, I'll keep paying my membership, which has been great. People are super generous, so that's nice. But yeah, we're completely closed, and uh, we're hanging out, and we're doing some construction since we're closed. So there's a list of things we had to do. We're going to do this summer when we're generally less busy. So we just went ahead and did those things, and we're just waiting to reopen.
And how many people were working for you?
We have 20 employees, anywhere from full-time employees to people that just teach like one or two yoga classes a week.
And what are you doing to adapt for now? And what are your next steps in the reopening process?
We're not doing much now. What we offer is indoor climbing, and so there's not a lot. Most people don't have any kind of option to climb at home. So we haven't done much. We just kind of let things settle as they are. People are going outside and climbing, I know a little bit, which is great. So we just kind of froze in place. And then the next steps are we're going to bring the employees back kind of as we get approvals to, and we'll strip all the routes off the walls. We'll clean the whole facility. We'll reset all the routes. That'll take about 2 weeks of full-time work to basically tear all the holds off, wash them, and then reset new routes. So we've got about 2 weeks of full-time work to go before we can reopen once we are given the go ahead.
Yeah, and so you said that there's a lot of cleaning involved. How are you going to proceed when you reopen and keep up with hygiene and everything like that?
Yeah, it kind of all depends on kind of what the virus looks like how long we're closed and the way things are proceeding. We've always been conscious of wiping things down. The climbing gyms have a lot of falling chalk dust, so everything's dusty all the time. So we've constantly, all the employees can tell you, like, their job is to do great customer service and then to wipe chalk off of surfaces. So they're always already really good at wiping things down. The challenge is the actual climbing holds, the plastic holds. There's no way to wash those except for taking them off the wall and putting them back on. So we've gone 2 weeks of nobody climbing on the holds. So hopefully the employees will be safer. All the viruses hopefully died on everything in the gym. So then when we strip those holds off, they won't have any kind of chance for infection, but they'll be protected. And then we're gonna pressure wash, bleach all the holds, put them back up on the walls. And then once they're there, it's just kind of a maintenance. So all the members will have to, whoever comes in to climb, start off by washing your hands, wash your hands before you leave. Just kind of, then it becomes more of a human hygiene solution for us. There's no way to clean things once they're up on the wall. So it is a little tricky for us. We've been working on that, trying to come up with ideas and solutions.
Yeah. And do you have any other thoughts on the pandemic and its impact on your profession as a whole, gyms and fitness centers and that whole sphere?
Um, I mean, we're all kind of dealing with it as it goes, doing the best we can. I know the restaurants make up a much larger portion of kind of the country's workforce and revenue. Um, but gyms are a pretty big thing, and we were the earliest ones completely shut down. Basically, like, restaurants can still run takeout service and kind of make some revenue. So the challenge for us is all the government programs are asking you to hire your people back and then they'll pay salaries. We don't have any work for them to do because we can't be open at this point. So it's a little bit of, we're just kind of trying to balance it out and figure out the best way to proceed with the help the government's given, which is great. But then how do we use it since we're not even allowed to be, we can't run any kind of programs or anything in house. So we're just dealing with it. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine. Most of our employees, um, they should all come back. We're going to hire them all right back as soon as we can. Um, and we should have work for them, assuming most people just kind of kept their memberships frozen during this. And so I think we'll kind of be back to similar membership when we get back, knock on wood, and we'll just see what happens.
Awesome. Well, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.